Comic-Con. So let's get this party started. I'm gonna bring out your hosts. Please give a big, warm welcome to your hosts, Kit and Bernie, AKA Morticia Gomez Adams. Give it up.
What's going on, LA Comic-Con? I'm the geek-ass Bernie Bregman, and my co-hostess is Kit Quinn. Isn't she lovely?
Stairs.
Gotta Mia.
Bernie, not now. We have a costume contest to run.
That's right, but I do like an audience. You do.
Yes. Oh,
yes.
always. And this is a fine-looking one, I dare say.
You guys having a good time at LA Comic-Con? That was totally not what I was expecting. Yeah. Are you guys having a good time at LA Comic-Con? All right, there's like an 11-year-old in a great costume right here with the contacts and everything. That's the energy I'm looking for from the rest of you. I know some of us have ice packs for our feet. We're at that point, right? But you still got to bring the energy because there are some amazing contestants back there that have worked their butts off, some of them for like many months to make these costumes, and you got to cheer loud for everybody. Are you ready?
They seem ready. They seem like they're ready to support some amazing costumers who, their feet are swollen, they're going to walk their little feet up on this stage and wow every one of you.
That's right. There are, one thing I just want to make sure is clear. Yes, this is the Cosplay National Championship. We are giving away $30,000 in prizing today, right? Give it up for LA Comic-Con, the biggest cash prize giveaway for cosplay.
They support it. They support it.
Absolutely. We got some other fun stuff we're giving away as well, and we're going to introduce you to the judges in a second. But I want to make sure that we remember something, right? Cosplay is about 3 little letters. F-U-N. Fun, right? Yes, they are competing, but they are also having fun creating and crafting and getting up here and performing for you guys. And you guys have fun with all these characters. We have passion for these IPs, these characters, these shows, everything that this comes from, right? So just try and keep that in mind. Let's show the love through the entire show to all these incredible contestants, all right? And some of them are gonna need a little encouragement to get, it's not easy to get up here in front of like 4,000 people right here at the main stage. So give them a little bit of love. Now, before we get to that, I do want to bring up Jay from the Metaverse. We had a really cool collaboration coming into this show. Jay is coming up from the Metaverse. He's going to tell you what we did. It was a lot of fun.
Hey everybody, how you guys doing out there? Awesome. So my name is Jay Schmalholz. I'm from the Comic-Con Metaverse. And yes, you are all in the Metaverse right now. The Comic-Con Metaverse is live as we speak. It is a 24/7 destination where Comic-Con happens all the time. And I'm here really to say thank you to all the cosplayers. Because last month, we had a cosplay contest in the Metaverse. And it's running right now. Really exciting. Hundreds of people submitted. Bernie and Chrissy narrowed it down to 10. And then those 10 all showed up live in the Metaverse to compete for a chance to win a trip to LA, come to the Comic-Con in person, and compete tonight. So tonight, our winner is here competing. So I really just wanted to say thank you to the cosplay community. They are the most creative, most passionate, and wonderful people out there. And if anybody wants to come to the Metaverse, ComicConMetaverse.com, cosplayers, come play with us. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Jay, and thank you guys. And I actually think a couple of the folks that entered have made their way into this contest, so this is going to be a lot of fun. We have incredible judges, ladies and gentlemen, that cover the entire spectrum of craftsmanship and skills, so you can be sure that this contest is being fairly judged. People that sew, people that craft with foam, that do thermoplastics, that mold, that 3D print, the whole 9. We've got it covered with these judges.
We do, and our first judge is one of my favorite human beings on the planet. It is Miss Jacqueline Gooner. She is a longtime cosplayer with nearly 2 decades of cosplaying and 15 years of professional costume design experience. Get it, girl.
Our next judge, down in Creative Studios, Beverly Downen is coming up to stage. She is one of the most impressive people you could ever follow online. An educator and author from Pacific Northwest, obsessed with making elaborate original designs and screen-accurate costumes. And she is the executive producer of She Prop, a maker forum for female, non-binary, and transgender cosplayers.
Very nice.
Lucky Grimm comes from over 25 years of experience in the costuming world. As a professional seamstress, a makeup artist, and a wardrobe stylist, she's worked on multiple films, theater, fashion brands, and in the cosplay world, she's won multiple Masters and Best in Show across the United States, now helping to organize the next generation of cosplay competitions.
Absolutely gorgeous. And our final judge this evening is Chad, the founder of Hoku Props. Chad is the owner of a small fabrication house based in Southern California and is best known for winning the first grand prize at the Twitch costume contest. It was epic. He was very tall.
He gave his eye to cosplay,
He
like
did
legitimately.
cosplay. That was good.
It's a fun story.
Chad has studied ZBrush at Novice School of Visual Effects and graduated with a bachelor's degree in business art management from the University of California, Riverside. Chad is the co-owner of Ultimate Cosplay, LLC. Thanks for joining us, judges.
All right, we've got an incredible panel of judges. We even have it. It's like we're at a sporting event. We got the signs. They got the signs. You guys are awesome. Love you guys. Oh my God, that's amazing. You guys, I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure if you're ready. Are you ready? Then for the thousands in attendance and the millions who will watch on YouTube and in the Metaverse around the world, let's get ready for cosplay! Let's start with our novice category. This is limited to encourage those that are new to costuming competitions. Entries for this category have not competed in Journeyman or Master at prior LACC, Masquerade, or cosplay competitions.
Alrighty, and our first contestant, we have Fett Foundling from Star Wars Boba Fett. Fett Foundling, destined to be a Star Wars fan with his birth name, Luke. The Force threw him to Star Wars, inspired the story by the characters from Star Wars. He started creating his own costumes when he was 12. He's still only 13 years old. Today he comes to LA Comic Con with everyone's favorite crime boss, Boba Fett.
We are starting off strong here. Thank you so much, Fett Foundling. Keeping it in the Buckethead family, next up, we have two geekylicious high D from the Mandalorian, medieval Mandalorians. They have reimagined the Mandalorian in medieval times, following the adventures of Knight Din, the medieval Mando, as he goes on a quest to reunite his charged baby Grogu with his people. But wait, Lady Bo-Katan approaches. She desires to reunite all the clans of the Mandalore under her rule.
I think she just won that round.
And to do this, she must possess the Darksaber.
Next up, TVIM Cosplay with the MCU's Falcon America. This character is a mashup between Steve Rogers' Captain America and Sam Wilson's Falcon. This costume took about 2 months to complete, with the boots, goggles, and belts being modified. The element that was the most time-consuming were the wings, which are handmade. They were spray-painted, cut, glued, and ultimately tested various times. It was hard work, but he really enjoyed it, and
Here we
is
go.
more than satisfied with the results of the Falcon American Captain Soldier. I feel safer already.
Next up, we have Sword of Kahless from Star Wars Rebels as Ursa Wren.
Unfortunately, she couldn't make it.
Oh.
I'm so sorry to disappoint you.
Is Marissa here? Okay, great.
But we do have Marissa.
Marissa McKendall is here from the MCU Mandalorian crossover. This is a Spider Mando. In a galaxy far, far away, a Mandalorian gets bit by a radioactive spider and becomes the Spider Mando. And this is a perfect point to remind you all that cosplay is above all about creativity and passion, and you can combine anything, you can gender swap, you can do anything you want with cosplay, and that is a beautiful execution.
Follow your heart song. Next up, we have Bean and Cheese from Space Sleeper Cocoon Westy Wood. Welcome, Dr. Westy Wood, head scientist of Cocoon. Westy Wood is a feisty, quirky inventor with a knack for experimenting. If you turn your back, you just might become her next guinea pig. She comes from the mobile game Space Sleeper Cocoon, released this past August. This cosplayer, Katie, is honored to have been chosen to make this costume for the game. Thank you so much, Katie.
Next up, we have Lauren Grant, 67, doing She-Ra, Princess of Power. She's been cosplaying for a few years, but has only recently started making her own cosplays. And this piece is from the show She-Ra and the Princess of Power. It's the title character She-Ra, her first fully self-made cosplay, from conceptualization, sewing pattern, etc. Give it up for She-Ra.
And moving right along, we have Greybeard Cosplay with a Star Wars Mandalorian, Paz Vizsla. Sorry if I butchered that.
Hey, my turn. No.
Messed that one up already.
No. Yeah, Wonder Woman's next.
Oh, Wonder Woman's next. Well, I don't have Wonder Woman on mine, so it's up to
I
you,
got
my
you.
man.
The Royal Geek is here with a DC Comics Wonder Woman. Huge fan of DC Comics and the artist Hannah Alexander. The Royal Geek challenged herself to create Hannah's Wonder Woman designs. It's her first cosplay contest. This is incredible. Warbler for the bodice and armor, along with EVA foam to detail for the bodice, scales for the skirt and belt, which were later painted.
All right. Next up, slowly but surely, Moon Knight will be joining us to the stage. Except the lift isn't working, so that is going to make that a slight challenge to get Moon Knight up here. You can do it. Gomez will help. All right. Handcrafted by the creator himself, step into the dark realm with this custom version of the character you may know as Moon Knight. Christian spent over 110 hours sculpting, painting, and assembling this costume that he completely designed from scratch. This film is used creating EVA foam, Velcro fabric, and all types of adhesives. This foam was bent using a hairdryer, and the engravings were hand-carved using a wood burner. The undersuit and cape were handcrafted, sewn, and dyed by him with assistance from friends. Moon Knight, you look amazing. Thank you so much for coming to the stage to bring that to us.
All right, and that is it for the novice category. Now those folks are competing for a $2,000 cash prize to win novice. Next up, the Journeymen are competing for a $6,000 cash prize. Though they may be newer to costuming, they consider this entry tier if they've competed before and have placed at prior LA Comic-Con or other masquerade or cosplay competitions. There's going to be some really, really cool stuff.
I'm excited. First up, we have Christina is Crafty from Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Tiny Tina, give it up for the wild child, your bunker master, Tiny Tina. This cosplay was made with EVA foam and hand-painted fabric. It took over 70 hours to complete. The backpack and front pouch are functional storage, how nice, and can fit lots of chocolate chip cookies and dynamite. She only has one question for you. Are you ready to riggedy role play? Shorties and suckers, roll for initiative.
Incredible and such beautiful color splash there. Next up, we have Laurel cosplay as Queen Anna. When your sister becomes the fifth spirit, you become queen. You need the perfect gown. 14 yards of silk, 120 hand-sewn gems, 42 charms, not to mention pockets, which belong in all cosplay. This is a 2-year project in the making for Laurel cosplay.
This wall. Next up, we have Thermo cosplay from, based loosely off a Final Fantasy X and Sunset Dragon artwork, Yojimbo. I am the blade of vengeance. They dare only whisper my name, Yojimbo. Yojimbo is a Colossus summon from the Final Fantasy X. This costume was made entirely by Thermo Cosplay over a 3-month period and reworked shortly after to age the materials. This ancient samurai is a budget buster, so bring out those cheat codes and pray you have what it takes to summon Yojimbo.
leather moccasins made from scratch, and all her gems were cast in resin.
Beautiful. Next up, we have Cat Girls and War Crimes from Warhammer 40K. In the grim, dark future of Warhammer 40K, there's only war. The Sisters of Battle fight an unending war against the forces of chaos. The zealous witch hunters strive to rid the Imperium of sources of chaos and corruption. Canoness Kata Athema and the Order of the Martyred Lady take the chained sword in hand to fight a never-ending battle against the ruinous power of the Dark Gods. Pouring roughly 400 hours into this beautiful costume, intricately crafted and put on display for you all today.
It's gonna take a quick second to get this next one up here, but it is gonna be well worth the wait.
Like I said, stairs.
That's just Chrissy, and that's just a part of it. Please welcome Bulapt as a Vaporeon Pokemon. Vaporeon is inspired by Lavender Town's Ghost-type Pokemon and Frank from Donnie Darko. This is a mashup original creation, and holy cow, is that amazing. Are you all singing a theme song in your head right now, by the way? I wanna be the very best. No one ever. No?
We're always working towards it, though. We're always working towards being the very best. We're gonna catch them all, y'all. Next up, we have Jess Starry Creative with Valkyrie. Redesigned this costume in his homage to some of the first comics Jess read with her grandpa, but in her own style. The suit is handmade with leather, suede, and specialty fabrics. The cloak features feathers and hand-sewn details along with a beadwork and embroidery that took over 150 hours to complete. Her props and armor are all foam and warbler, and her paint colors are hand-mixed. She learned how to do wood burning and many other tricks to get all the details on this. Speaking of details, there are 2 hand-poured acrylic raven skulls hidden in her costume, as well as thousands of hand-laid gems and beads.
Please welcome Blood and Latex Effects doing Injured Darth Vader from Star Wars. It all happened years ago during a raid against the rebel group on Umbara. The team were locked up in a firefight on level 7 when they received new orders from command. Get to level 9 and secure the area where someone called Lord Vader had been ambushed. Another nobleman playing hero, I guess. Anyway, we made our way to the 9th level quickly. But what we saw there in front of us was a man, I think, clad in terrible black armor, brandishing a crimson lightsaber, surrounded by enemies. And the impressive part, they were all dead. Give it up for Lord Vader!
All right, next up, don't get too scared. Mr. Floats is with us. From his humble beginning in the sewers of Derry, Maine, Mr. Floats dreamt of a greater life in Hollywood. After 27 years, a helpful hand from Georgie, he emerged onto the silver screen. Due to his unusual size and appearance, Mr. Floats is often misunderstood. He's not actually a clown, but does love to dress like that to make all the kids of all ages smile. Now in Hollywood, his wish is for people to float away with him. Will you join him? I don't know, kind of tempting.
We've already seen a full spectrum from video games to classic Disney to horror to Star Wars. We've seen Marvel. It's an amazing bunch of people that we have back here. And we are moving to the Master Armor category, where first place will win a $4,000 cash prize.
So first up, we have Sunday Slay's cosplay from Durkari Ekron. I'm so sorry, I'm butchering that. Behold pathetic humans, a servant of the upstart filthling. The living muse, the Dark Lord, graces our unworthy stage today. Sunday Slay's cosplay dons the armor of a Durkai Archon, commander of the Cabal of the Blackheart. A knowledgeable Warhammer 40K fan might ask, is that Cableite plate mail forged in furnaces of the cursed homeworld? Well, almost. It was birthed with a reality-shattering roar here in Los Angeles over the course of 4 months. The plate mail was constructed entirely from Warbler and EVA foam, meticulously patterned by Slays herself. Each blade was excruciatingly extracted with foam, with a Dremel and a craft knife. None of the armor is printed by machine, but rather was formed by the tormented labors of the leader of the Cabal herself.
Good Lord, that is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. So many skills in there. And the signs are chanting for you silently, but they are bouncing their signs for you.
Ooh, the lift is working. How exciting.
Yeah, that's right. And next up, we have the tiny geek from Halo Infinite as Master Chief. The self-proclaimed Halo diehard, Tiny is a local self-taught cosplayer who's been building his skills since 2014. Everything from the torso down is hand-built from EVA foam, floor tiles, or upholstery foam. Tiny spent a year hand-building this Halo Infinite armor and finishing the helmet from a raw cast. Started 8 months before the game was even released. With Tiny normally standing at 6'4", the entire suit is scaled up, including 7-inch platform boots, bringing him up to a 6'11". That is an NBA center right there. And fun fact, he shares a birthday with the original Halo. Give it up for the tiny geek. Not so tiny.
Not so tiny, that guy.
Not even a little bit.
All right, down the lift. And we will have another costume coming up the lift shortly. But until then,
I think we are on to our master category.
you're right, we should talk to them about that first.
The master category is designed for the most advanced competitors. Entry must have entered in Journeyman or master category prior and have placed in Journey or master at LACC or other masquerades and competitive cosplay competitions. And the stakes are high. $8,000 cash high.
Get that money!
Are you guys ready to see the master category?
All right, another world, another time. In the age of wonder, 1,000 years ago, when the crystal cracked, the Urskek Etzut was split in two, becoming Urut, the magic mystic weaver, and Skekek, the Skeksis ornamentalist. Now the prophecy is fulfilled. What was surrendered and undone is now whole. The two made one through the courage of Jen and Kira. The crystal has been healed, and Ektut is now reborn. This costume features a sculpted foam clay face and warp collar. The Master Time spiral is hand-painted on the robe. The collar and the robes features hundreds of jewels, pearls, and sequins to reflect the glowing crown. Alyssa has been costuming for several years, but began competing in 2019. This is her first year competing in the Masters division. Jim Henson's masterpiece, The Dark Crystal, is one of her favorite films, and it was a pleasure to bring this character to life.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The next one will also be stunning. Please welcome Catalini Cosplay doing Bishantan armor from Monster Hunter Rise. Catalini first entered the cosplay scene in 2016 and since that time has crafted only 8 costumes. 2 of those were also designed by Catalini. This is many small parts handcrafted by her. The headband is made of an EVA foam base and sculpted using foam clay. This is her first time sewing a corset. She employed some modern and traditional design, including a modern pattern by Yaya Han, with the overlay being lycra, fabric shaded with an airbrush. The lining consists of coutil lining fabric, which is more traditional, spiral steel boning. This is an absolutely incredible piece.
So many features, so many pieces. Amazing. Next up, we have Wasp and Dr. Pym. Dr. Pym is a genius, and he always thinks big. I mean really big. And when I say big, I mean small. Really small. Like his portable Pym Tech lab. With his lab, Dr. Pym is ready to explore the quantum realm or repair a costume on the fly. Built atop a rolling cooler, this scale model is carefully replicated from the film. And here we have Wasp, fresh from the quantum realm herself, Hope Van Dyne. She wishes she had an army of ants to help her with this build, but she didn't. She had to do it all herself. Printed lycra, laser cut, and etched leather, scuba, athletic mesh, it's all in there. Over 120 individual pattern pieces.
I have never seen articulated wings like that, multi-directional. That is absolutely incredible.
Servos with 8 total motions. She's got a heavy-duty gearbox back there with a Polu Master
He even
channel
looks like
and
Michael
a
Douglas.
controller. You know,
He
that
does.
might have been a little bit of the inspiration. I know that often makes a costume fun. 4.7 volts, 500 milliamps, and a good time. Thank you for joining us.
Next, we have Stephanie Piper doing Oscar from the Rose of Versailles. Over 550 hours went into the construction of this beautiful piece, which marries the original character design with the historical research and inspiration to bring this late 1700s High Commander of the Royal Guard to life. This piece features intricate gold work atop hand-dyed wool brocade. Many of the patterns, motifs depict depict rose thorns and tangling oak leaves to symbolize Oscar's journey and struggle with gender identity. The buttons originally sourced from eBay and then reproduced utilizing silicone bolts and resin perfectly resemble Marie Antoinette's royal crest, who Oscar is currently serving under. This is a stunning, stunning piece. Give it up for Stephanie Piper.
Beautiful. Next up, we have Kayla, Evan, Tyler, and Dylan. DC Comics, Superman, Batman, Mara, and Aquaman. The League of Super Friends normally reserves their heroics for hospital visits and other charity events, while representing Critical Care Comics, a not-for-profit volunteer organization in Las Vegas. Today, they came together with one goal in mind: to have their work deemed worthy by the Masters category at the Cosplay National Championship. Please welcome to the stage the Man of Steel, the Dark Knight, and the King and Queen of Atlantis. Yeah, friendship.
Where are those DC fans at? Let us hear you! All right, give it up for them, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, we have Chris J. Cosplay, who is doing Spawn from the McFarlane toy line as Ninja Spawn, bringing you his adaptation of this Spawn universe character. This cosplay includes multiple materials such as leatherwork, foam, and sewing. No details were overlooked. All handcrafted to capture key elements of Spawn, with a flowing cape to the rattling chains. This is Ninja Spawn.
Next up, Why Not Costuming? My Hero Academia, Snape and Hawks. Why Not Costuming is Ed and Jennifer Mulvey. They've been collaborating on costumes for almost 10 years, and while Ed mainly works with leather, he has also taken up metal forging and most recently, custom folding wings made with real feathers. The mask and gun for Snape were all custom made by Ed, molding and shaping the leather into the mask and hand lathing the gun parts, self-designed for the look they wanted. Jennifer did all the fabric and leather sewing, and they did a beautiful job. They really wanted to bring the characters to life in a real way if the live-action movie were to be made. We love My Hero Academia and hope that other fans do too. Plus Ultra!
All right, next up we have only Alley Cat as Agatha Harkness from WandaVision. Who's been messing up everything? It was Agatha all along. The series finale costume is fit for a powerful witch. She didn't take a chapter from the Darkhold, but rather spent hours creating her own patterns and textiles with enough hand sewing to make you want to create a hex anomaly in anguish. This Agatha ensemble is a layer upon layer of calculated details, hidden darts, and perhaps even a trick up her sleeve.
Magic! Gotta get Hank Pym back out here. Yes. All right, and our final contestant is a very special one. This is the winner of our Metaverse costume contest, Tiffany Gordon Cosplay from Gundam Armor Girls Project MS Whirlwind Gundam Zero. She's in her armor cosplay that she made in 1.5 months. That's it, amazing. Her goal was with this cosplay was to bring to life this specific Gundam figurine, as well as to learn a new technique of covering EVA foam and stretched vinyl for the first time. She would also like to thank her sister Jessie for being her cosplay handler this weekend, as well as the Metaverse for giving her the opportunity to come to LA Comic-Con in person. Absolutely gorgeous.
All right, folks, that concludes the contestants. Our judges have their work cut out for them. We're going to give them a little bit of time to go marinate on what they have just seen. Of course, they did check out a lot of the details earlier, but wanted to give some last looks, a little bit of show personship, and they're going to be back in just a minute. We do have some halftime entertainment for you guys. Please welcome to stage Sean Ward.
Bring it out.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing on this side of the room? That's all right. How's everybody doing on this side of the room? Oh, middle. How y'all doing? Okay, and I think we got enough party to go back.